I always knew this day would arrive. When my brother Daniel Whitman's wife discovered he was cheating with her closest friend, the damage didn't stop with his marriage. It tore straight through our entire family. Daniel didn't just lose his wife, he lost his safety net. And once that happened, my family turned their eyes to me. I was the successful one, the sibling with the thriving investment firm, which meant, in their minds, I was also the emergency bank account. The security footage recorded everything. At exactly 9:43 a.m., my mother and Daniel walked into my house. I had deliberately left the door unlocked. After Daniel's frantic voicemail the night before, I knew they would come. What they didn't know was that Judge Thomas Harrison and 4 other family court judges were already watching the live feed from their chambers. My attorney had arranged it carefully. "Laura," my mother's voice echoed through the house, "we need to talk about your brother." I sat behind my desk, my heart racing but my hands steady. A small red light on my laptop confirmed the stream was live. "In my office," I replied. They stormed in like they owned the place. Daniel looked exhausted, still wearing the clothes from the night before. My mother clutched her designer handbag like a shield, or a weapon. It was the same bag I had bought her last Christmas. "Your brother needs $800,000 for his divorce settlement," she announced without hesitation. "You're going to give it to him." I kept my voice calm, remembering my attorney's advice. "No, I'm not paying for his divorce. Daniel made his choices." "She's trying to take everything," he whined as he dropped into the visitor's chair. "The house, the cars, even my retirement account." "Because you cheated on her with her best friend for 2 years." My mother's face turned red. "That's not the point. Family helps family." "I already have," I said, opening a folder. "I've given Daniel $237,000 over the past 5 years. That money was supposed to help with his business, his mortgage, and his children's education." I looked directly at him. "Instead, you spent it on luxury trips with your girlfriend." "You're just jealous," my mother snapped. "He has a life. All you do is work and count money." The irony almost made me laugh. "My answer is no," I said firmly. "I'm done." My mother stepped closer, her heels clicking sharply against my hardwood floor. "You ungrateful brat, after everything we've done for you." I met her eyes. "What exactly have you done for me?" "When I started my company, you told everyone I was stupid. When I earned my first $1 million, you told people I must have done something illegal. The only time you're proud of me is when you want money." Daniel jumped to his feet. "You think you're better than us just because you got lucky." "Lucky?" I laughed. "I worked 80-hour weeks for 10 years. I lived in a studio apartment and survived on a ramen, while you bought sports cars with my money." "Enough!" my mother screamed, captured perfectly by the cameras. "You will give your brother this money, or you are no longer part of this family." "No," I said. The slap came out of nowhere. The sound echoed through the room as her rings cut into my cheek. I felt the sting immediately. Daniel smirked. "You're giving him the money," my mother hissed, "or I'll tell everyone about your little secret from college." I touched my cheek and felt blood. "You mean how I worked 3 jobs to pay tuition after you and Dad stole my college fund? Go ahead, tell everyone." She raised her hand again. "I wouldn't," I said calmly. "The first assault was bad enough. A second would only make the judges angrier." "Judges?" Daniel froze. "What judges?" I turned my laptop toward them. 5 screens, 5 courtrooms, 5 judges watching in real time. The recording indicator blinked steadily. "You've been broadcasting us," my mother shrieked. "No," I replied. "You broadcast yourselves. Everything you just did, assault, blackmail, and admitting to stealing my college fund, was witnessed by the family court judges handling Daniel's divorce. The color drained from their faces. Judge Thomas Harrison was already reaching for his phone. "You set us up," Daniel whispered. "No," I said quietly. "I learned. Remember when you forged my signature on those loans? I learned to keep evidence." A loud knock interrupted us. "Miss Whitman? This is Detective Mark Rogers. We need to speak with your mother." Chaos followed. My mother tried to flee through the back door. Another officer was waiting. Daniel tried to grab my laptop. Too late, the footage was already backed up on 5 different servers. I sat calmly, holding a cold press to my cheek. As they were let out, my mother turned back. "You've destroyed this family." "No," I replied. "You did that years ago. I just stopped paying for it." The detective took my statement, though it was mostly a formality. The evidence spoke for itself. My phone buzzed. A message from my attorney. "Judges want to see you. Daniel's divorce just became much more serious." The courthouse hallway felt colder than usual as I waited outside Judge Thomas Harrison's chambers. My cheeks still throbbed, but the relief was stronger. My attorney, Diana Chen, reviewed her notes beside me. "All 5 judges want to add your evidence to the divorce case. Your mother's behavior changes everything." "How bad is it?" I asked. They uncovered a pattern of fraud. Daniel wasn't just cheating, he was stealing from joint accounts and hiding assets. Your mother helped. Inside the chambers, the judges sat around a large table. The video of the assault played silently on the screen. "How long has this been happening?" Judge Harrison asked. "Since I started my company 8 years ago. It started small, then it exploded." Judge Morris nodded. "We've seen the records. $812,000, not counting the college fund." Diana handed another file. "They also used Laura Whitman's identity to take out loans." The judges exchanged grim looks. "Are you aware that your brother listed you as a guarantor in his divorce filings?" My stomach dropped. "No, I never agreed to that." The signatures were forged, perfect copies of mine. "We've already contacted the FBI," Judge Harrison said. "This is criminal." My phone buzzed again. "Daniel, fix this or I'll expose your company." I showed the message to the judges. "Why did you wait so long to come forward?" Judge Morris asked gently. "They're family. I kept hoping they'd change." "Until today," Diana added. An injunction was issued immediately. No contact, no access, criminal charges recommended. Outside, my car was vandalized. The words "family traitor" were carved into the paint. Later, my sister-in-law, Rachel Whitman, texted, "Thank you for telling the truth." For the first time, I cried from relief. 1 year later, I sat in federal court as my mother and brother were sentenced. The FBI uncovered more than $2 million in fraud. Rachel stood beside me as I spoke. "They didn't just steal my money, they stole my trust." Judge Reeves sentenced them to 8 years. Daniel begged me for the children. "I've already secured their college funds, funds you can't touch." The next day, I launched the Safe Ledger Foundation. 6 months later, my mother asked for forgiveness. I told her boundaries come first. Daniel's children now visit me monthly. And when I archived my mother's number, the phone asked, "Are you sure?" Yes. Sure that love shouldn't hurt. Sure that family shouldn't exploit. Sure that I deserved better.